Oh, we got toast.
Can everybody hear me? Can you guys hear me now? I'm kind of hoping that you can't really hear me very well, to be perfectly honest. Thank you. Okay, so first, I want to start by thanking Heather's parents, Joe and Stella. All right, you guys. Such an awesome event, as well as thanking everybody else who was involved. You guys are making Heather's wedding dreams come true. And also, I want to thank all of you guys for showing up. I know everyone had to drive quite a ways and put up with the heat and everything like that. And your attendance is what makes a night like tonight truly special. So, on behalf of Stephen and Heather, thank you all for being here. So, for those of you who don't know me, that's my mother. I am Stephen's older, smarter, and much more talented brother. I've had the pleasure of bullying and pestering and annoying him for basically his entire life. So why he has me up here speaking, I have no idea. Let me tell you a couple of things that that some of you guys might not know about Stephen. You can't tell by looking at him, but he's actually very handsome. Stephen is extremely flexible. He spends, I don't know, an hour or two stretching a day, and he told me he'd be happy to show you guys how well he can do the splits later on the dance floor. Right, Steve? Stephen, growing up, was a really picky eater. He survived off of hot dog buns with cheese and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches his entire life, which probably explains why he hasn't grown an inch since 7th grade. And lastly, Stephen is extremely cheap. Heather will vouch for this, but he doesn't like to spend $1 on anything. In fact, I don't even think he spent the allowance money that he earned as a kid by watching me mow the lawn. I'd be outside slaving away, and Stephen's inside playing video games, looking out the window and making faces at me. So, somewhere around 8 years ago, or so, is that right? Stephen told me that he was interested in a girl at school, and I was relieved. It's about damn time, Steve. And then he told me that she was interested in him as well. So I called him a liar and probably smacked him upside the head or something. And naturally, Stephen couldn't wait for the opportunity to prove me wrong. So a couple weeks later, he brings his girlfriend over, okay? And this cute and confident little brunette girl walks through the door. And my first thought was, dude, Steve, she's way out of your league. And my next thought was, I taught you well. Little did I know that several years later, I'd be up here nervous as hell making a speech in front of you guys. So let me tell you about the moment that I realized Stephen and Heather would last truly forever. They were truly in love and could last a lifetime. We were hanging out at the house one day, and Steve walks from the kitchen into the living room where we were all hanging out, and he sits down on Heather's lap, and out of nowhere rips the loudest, most obscene part you've ever heard in your life. And trust me, as his older brother, I've heard a lot of sounds come out of his body, and this was a good one. So So I expected Heather to like smack him or cuss him out or choke him or dump him. And instead, her response was something like, "Oh, Steven, you're so gross." And he leans over, gives her a kiss on the lips, and then walks back into the kitchen like nothing happened. So if that's not true love, then I don't know what is. And don't worry, Heather, I'm not going to tell them about the first time I heard you fart. Okay, so lastly, I should probably tell a more wedding appropriate.
Oh my God!
So a few years ago, we were in Hawaii and we decided to go on a hike through the jungle. Yes, Heather hiked through the jungle with us. And we get to a point where we have to cross over this river. And so we all cross one by one and then realize that Heather hasn't made it across yet. And she's standing on the other side and looks terrified. She was probably afraid that she might be swept away in the current. The water was really deep. It was like that. And Steve looks over and sees that she's scared and without even hesitating, trudges back across the river real quickly, picks her up into his arms, and then carries her to the other side. It is. And so we spent the rest of the afternoon hiking through paradise, and it was just really special to see my brother step up and be her hero without even thinking about it. So it was really sweet. And I think there is a picture of it, and I hope it's hanging up in your guys' house somewhere. It should be. So now on to all of the mushy shit. I promise this part will be quick.
So romantic.
And Cam, I'm not gonna cry.
I'm already crying.
So Steve, my little brother, you know, I love you. I'll do anything for you. You know that.
What is happening?
I look up to you in a lot of ways. I'm not gonna cry. And I had the pleasure of watching you grow up and mature, especially over the last couple of years, and you've turned into a hardworking, loyal, just quality man, and I'm proud to call you my little brother and my best friend. And Heather, growing up, I always wished that my sisters were younger than me so that I could have been the big brother and protector, because they brought home some questionable people. And I know you don't need my protection, considering Steven is probably carrying his gun right now. But I'm happy to welcome you into the family as my little sister-in-law. So, into the family. We could probably have our own exhibit here at the Wild Animal Park once it gets nice. So let's toast the bride and groom. Here's to a lifetime of love, laughter, happiness, and good health, and may you carry one another across every river that ever separates you from your paradise. Cheers.